Well, a funny thing happened to me on the way to giving out $1,000 grants. Actually, at Let's Go Help, our closed Facebook group, we're giving out 10 $1,000 grants every month and 10 $500 grants. And I thought, oh, everybody will be applying and we get nice application for people. It's the easiest grant in the world because all we ask you is, hey, tell us what you would do with $1,000. And so that's it. You just write a sentence or two and you get it. And the next application date ends in September 4th. But more importantly, from last month's application, somebody applied as a member, but then gave the money to somebody they thought was more deserving than them. Now, what a wonderful idea. Wow. I mean, the person wasn't a member, but see, he was a member, so he was able to apply, but we gave the money to the person he told us to give the money to. So this young man who's, well, he's not really young, nice fellow though, is living in a shelter now and wants to go back to school to learn how to become a mortician. He did it for a long time, and now he really needs that credential to get back in the business. And so it was we just did an interview with him. We went out to give him the money personally. We went out to the shelter. And so that's what follows is an interview now of him talking about it and how he got the money and this friend applied. And that's why I think it is just, to me, one of the nicest things in the world. We're all struggling. We all could use money. But to think that you're applying for somebody else you know that really needs it more than you do. And most of us are that way. And a chance to do that. And that's it. It's finding those opportunities to show that, the good side of you. We all kinds of sides, goods, bad, or whatever. But that good side sometimes has to be encouraged because their self-survival instinct takes over all the time. And it's gimme, gimme, gimme. So now it's give to you. So watch this interview and let me know what you think.
Let's see. Trainham?
Train them.
Train him.
Like a teacher's job.
Okay.
Train them.
Mark, train him. He's training me.
Hello, everyone.
And he has one of the best friends in the world. It's not me.
Can you start,
Okay.
start here? See, I don't get paid for this. I'm teasing, I would do anything. Okay, I'm just trying not to get that.
That's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
This is not
important.
Hollywood.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuzzy.
Well, this is Mark Trainham, and he has the best friend in the world. Yeah, I mean, we have I don't know if you see me around, Matthew Lesko, I have a grant, a website that helps people find government programs, but we also give out our own grants. And so to members of the website, we give like $1,000 grant to help them on their journey, whatever it is. Well, one of our members, Harold James, is that how you say that? Harold James, his journey is to help Mark. And that to me is what money should do. If you're fed, you have everything yourself, then we should be helping other people. And I can't believe that how, the group, that we run and that are helping each other find money to help things they can do in life or solve financial problems or help other people. Like Harold's doing by helping Mark. Because Mark wants to go back to school and learn, what do you want to learn?
Mortuary science.
Mortuary science. See, I'm going to be a client of his very soon. At my age, he's going to be seeing Leia, and I just want to make sure that he gets good colors for me to wear my casket. I want to make sure I look good.
Well, you look great now. I'm like,
I don't know how much longer. I'm 78 now. Maybe, well, I got 5, 10, 15 years.
78 years old.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Sure.
And actually, I attribute it running. Man, I wasn't a jock or anything, but I was fat. You're fighting weight now, you say. I mean, I fight weight every day of my life. And the way I do it is by exercise. I run 6, 7 miles a day. I stopped running about a year ago because the brain can't handle it. The muscles and bones can, but the brain doesn't work fast enough. And so I got to walk. But I walk 6, 7 miles a day.
wow.
But I mean, to me, what Harold did for you is what we should all be doing in life. you know, it is the fortunate stuff that we have. And especially now with COVID, but it's before COVID. I mean, there's such a stratosphere in our country of people making more money than God, and other people just can't even get a meal together, you know? And it's just, I don't know how we became that way. You know, the richest country in the world, and that's why what's so important for you to go out and start, you know, contributing to society. To me, it's all about contributing. You could, you know, feel great if you're giving, you know, and that's why the secret of giving is it feels so good.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it does.
Everybody thinks they're selfish. No, 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 no. Giving is the most selfish thing you could do, right? I mean, you work in a thing like that because it feels good. What could be better? You know, that's the secret. But capitalism tries to get rid of that. And so we lose it. We need capitalism, we need giving, we need a lot of things. But it's so special to me that Harold did this for you to show other members and everything what life is about. And I don't have the answers to anything in society. I can't figure out my own goddamn life, let alone tell
You too.
anybody else to do with their life, man. I think that's the most conceited thing in the world that anybody could do is tell somebody else how to live their life. We're all screwed up and struggling every second, you know. But it's wonderful, you know, what Harold did to show what's possible in life, to be able to change your life so much. Well, it's not a lot of money. I mean, it's not like we're giving you $1 million and you won lotto or something like that. There's just a little money that can make a difference to somebody else, to do something and have a chance to contribute. And I think then that helps somebody else see that. The best we got is not changing the world, but just giving an example. You know, and I think that what Harold did by you is showing others how you could make a big change in somebody's life, and not change the world and be on the front of Time magazine, but it's more important to change one life, like he did for you.
Thank you. And, I mean, he's awesome. He
Yeah.
is truly a remarkable gentleman.
Yeah.
That,
Well, that's fun. So you've been buddies a long time, huh?
about 30, probably like 32 years now.
Wow, that's before I was born.
Whatever. If I look half as good as you and your wife in my advancing years.
Well, it's fun, and I think staying involved and contributing, that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, people retire at 60, God, that's only half of your life. I mean, I'm 78 and still going, man. You know, and so to retire just sounds, there's too many things to do, too many people to help. To retire and sit on the beach seems like that's dying already. You need it once in a while, you know, to rest and recharge your batteries. So you come back and help people again. Thanks, and he's going to go out. He's going to take this money, get the skills, and go home. By the way, you want to go to UDC?
Yes.
I taught there when it first opened. Back in '72, I was taking computer science at American University. I was out of the Navy, and I had the GI Bill money, and I was teaching computer science at UDC when it first opened, and taking the same courses at American University. See, I was the most knowledgeable person in town, and all I was doing on computers back in the '70s. And that's why if you get in on the ground floor or something, then, you know, you don't need a whole lot of credentials. And no, I enjoyed my experience there so much. You know, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem, I mean, is trying to get there. That's one of the problems, because I've talked to several people there and they're no longer there, and it's like starting
Oh, I
over.
see.
And to the point where it's almost frustrating because you can never,
Yeah.
I can never
Yeah.
get somebody to return my call.
That's, well, now, you call Eleanor Holmes Norton if you can't get through. and just use tricks, you know, because you don't know, or if you get $20 and have them send the person cookies. And anything to be different. I mean, you know, robots are all over, so particularly on the internet, I don't believe in just trying to fill out a form on the internet and think you get, no, it's all people and relationships. And that even becomes, I think, more important now, because then they can relate to you as a human instead of a digit. It's easy to flunk a digit. That's why I remember when I used to teach at UDC, You know, when kids weren't good in the class, the kids that came and saw me at office hours, they got smarter somehow. It was harder to flunk them. The kid I didn't know, yeah, that's stupid shit, you know, I could flunk them. But when they come by office hours and show me their dog and their mom, and it's hard to get help. It just try to be, I feel, it's the more human you can be. And now with all this digital, you know, nonsense, you stick out more by being just human.
Because I'm not getting any younger, and it's
Right,
like,
exactly. Well, you got
I
lots
wanna-
of time, man. You're
Well, I
30 years
hope I
younger than
do.
me. So that's a
but
whole
you
new
look
career.
30 years younger than me.
Oh, once you start doing something, then that gives you energy, you know, that you enjoy doing. And it's just so much fun to meet you, and that you have a friend like Harold that, man,
Yeah,
I
he's
hope I treat my wife that way.
awesome. Wow.
Good question.
Yes?
Can you just tell us, like, how Harold told you about this, or how
Well,
that all happened?
Okay.
How it all happened,
Well,
if you don't hear it yet.
When, let's see, a couple of days ago, he said that he had entered me into a grant situation, and I was like, okay, whatever. He says, then he happened to mention Matthew Lesko, and I remember way back when there was a book that I had run. He had I think it was red and white dollar signs, and I think he was right in front of the Capitol,
Right.
or at least on those grounds. And I did read the book, but he was telling me that was the situation. And so, he said, don't get your hopes up. You might not get it, but I enter you in this, and so go and get me go get yourself a computer because you're gonna need one. And I was like, okay. But then there's so many other things that I need to do. I mean, like take my mom out to eat. I mean, she really has been like the
Does
glue.
she eat every day?
She does. She
Wow,
does eat
I don't know why.
every day. She's healthier than me. I mean, she's pretty near being a vegan. I mean, she eats fish and poultry, but not much else. I mean, like vegetables, and lots and lots of vegetables. Me, on the other hand, the only vegetables I want are on top of a hamburger. But she, you know, it's so. Then you came
Yeah.
today, and I was like, wow, this. I mean, it's like it sunk in. I mean, I just am really, really grateful. I mean, I can't even express verbally how thankful I am. Because there's so many other people. I mean, yes, you're giving me an opportunity to perhaps at least take a course at UDC. I just have to figure out how to get there and get back from there, and follow all the protocols of what the doctors keep, wanting me to do or not do. So here we are. But I couldn't imagine ever having the opportunity to meet you. I mean, this right here. I mean, just like talking to you. I mean, it's
Right.
like you can sense the humility in you. I mean, like you just down to earth, humble, and just want to, out from the bottom of your heart, help people that, help other people probably in either worse shape than I am. I mean, I consider myself lucky that I'm alive. And it hasn't been easy. I mean, that's for sure. And there have been days that I know that wonderful lady there has probably been staying up many nights praying for me. I have nieces, nephews, and cousins, and all of them, and I keep telling them, because I'm grateful of their collegiate, accomplishments. But I need to do it, as
Yourself.
well. I mean, it's like I'm saying, go to school, do this, do
Right.
that. Here I am, 51, and there was a guy, and then I'm gonna be quiet. There was
That's
this
all
guy
right.
that used to work at the funeral home with me. He was like 55, 57. He went back to school. He retired from one job, went back to school to be a mortician, and he never got to realize that dream. He died of a heart attack, but before then, he was all excited about what would have been a new chapter in his life, and I would like to do that before the most influential person in my life goes on before me. So that's what.
Well, you do it for him too.
Or vice versa,
Right,
because I want to do it before I go too. So.
Well, at 51, I mean, that's how it's easy to start a home career. I mean, not at 60 or even like me in my 70s. You get 20 more years out of it. What the hell? I mean, if you talk to a kid 20 years old, they're not thinking more than 20 years ahead, right? So to us, 20 years is the last 20, not the first.
Right. And that's probably the best 20.
Exactly. Boy, you got all that bullshit you don't have to worry about anymore, right?
Yeah. The question is not related to it. How long have you and your wife been married?
This time? No.
Without renewing your vows.
About 40 years. Yeah, I've been married twice before. Yeah. And then we had 2 kids, and I love her more now than ever. You know, I think it takes 30 years to learn how to love somebody.
Amen.
You know, I mean, it's just everything, you know. At 30, love is something different. Yeah. And I just see, wow, it just takes a while. Love is not, that's why I'm really into hearts now. You know? Because question marks, I mean, nothing, everything, I used to think information is the key. With the right information, make the right decisions. But if your heart's not in it, it's not gonna work. Yeah, a relationship or a profession or anything, your heart's gotta be there, because anything you do in life is a pain in the ass. And if you're not ready to have your heart in it, you get through it, you know. And that's it. So that's what you're doing here, is getting through this because your heart's in it and you want to do something else.
Yeah, I definitely do. I need to.
Right. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh,
man.
this,
Thank you.
and what could be better in life? What, sitting, playing golf in Florida? You know, that just sounds stupid.
Well,
But I could meet people like you and be
I
here.
think I played golf one time.
Really?
This was back in '91
Oh, wow.
in Missouri.
Oh, wow.
And I was serving a Mormon mission at that
I
time.
see.
And my missionary companion, another missionary,
They were golfers,
said,
eh?
well, it was more like we swing wherever, we don't know what.
Where it's going.
It's like, okay, we swung, we good. And in the little golf cart thing.
Yeah.
But that was like the best time. I was young, had a full
Yeah,
set of
right.
hair.
There.
So, yeah, somewhere. It's like,
But no, I mean, there's nothing bad with golf. It's just, if, there's just so many things to do in life, and we should start now, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, and Harold, if you're out there, thank you for doing this wonderful
Thank
favor
you.
for him.
Thank you very much.
And that makes me feel so much better about my work, too. Thank you.
Okay, take care.